Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's edition. This is again my paper trade account. I didn't make any trades in it today, but anyway, still mic issue, so I can't record from my other. I could, I guess. Well, you know what? If I plug this microphone, this headset into my other computer, it doesn't work either. So the only other option would be log into my real account from this computer, and you can get the same picture just looking at this account. So here's what I tried to trade. Let me start off by saying what I did trade, and that was let me look at my other. I followed an alert on Netflix puts, and that failed. Um, it seems like I think the last 5 times I've followed somebody on a trade, I've lost money. I don't know why I do it. I did kind of, I didn't, I don't want to say I followed somebody yesterday on NVIDIA, but I was already looking at it and already had thoughts of getting in it, and somebody alerted it, and it worked out. But this trade wasn't even watching, and it was alerted, and it failed. I got in puts at 956. Let me zoom in a little bit. Got in puts at 956 right after this candle here. And it didn't look bad to me. I mean, there was some support right here, right at about this level. Right here at these levels, and a little bit here at these levels, but not a lot of support. I thought it would break. So I went ahead and got in puts here, and you see what happened shortly after that. I think I sold right here at this candle because I just didn't like the momentum it was pulling in, and took a 20%, or not, no, it wasn't. I think it was more than that actually. Paid one, yeah, it was bigger than that. I paid 163 and I stopped out at 90. So 44% loss. Thankfully, it was only one contract. I'm still green on the week. I also traded Apple, and that failed. And that was my own trade. Didn't follow anybody on that one. I'll show you when I got in and why I got in. I got in Apple calls at 11 o'clock. Let me zoom in a little bit here. 11 o'clock, right here on this EMA cross. It crossed to the downside and it didn't really go anywhere. So I thought, okay, it's holding. It's holding. It went up here. It sold off a little bit. It came down. It didn't sell off much. So I thought, okay, it's going to hold this, and it didn't. I ended up stopping out of this one at 11:12, which was the close or the open of this candle. As soon as it closed below these EMAs, I didn't have a good feeling and I bailed out. 20% loss. They were cheapies. I paid 43 cents and I stopped out at 34. So 20.9% loss on that. Even with that, I'm still green on the week. So yeah, it sucks. But here's the trade I missed. I tried to get in, and let me see if I have my settings right. Yeah, okay. I tried to get in this right at the open. I put an order in right at the open, and here's why. Let me back up a little bit. You see, we were kind of holding the highs here. We came up, we had highs right here, and we were holding the highs. Let me go back to the daily chart and show you what I saw. Now remember, on the daily chart, we don't know what this candle is because it didn't happen yet. I saw some resistance right here, and that was actually the pre-market highs. After that, there was some resistance right here, which is actually where we opened. So you see 170.86 was a previous high right here, and then 173.41. So 170.86. You know what? Let me go back and just put a line there. Make it a little bit easier on myself. One there and one there. So let's go back to the 3-minute chart, and you see these lines here that I just put in. That's these two lines here. We opened at the upper line, which was recent highs. Go back and show you these highs here. We opened at these highs, and then the next resistance would have been right here, and we actually closed above that. So go back to the 3-minute. And by the way, I listened to yesterday's video, and the mic was kind of loud, so I turned the mic volume down a little bit. Hopefully it's a little bit better today. So again, we were near these highs, and at the open it popped right above them. So I put an order in right at the open. My order was it was a large spread. I think it was like 70 cents by dollar. I think it was 70 by $1. I put an order in at 87, kind of right in the middle, and I didn't get filled. I didn't chase it. I canceled that order. That order was at 9:30 and 24 seconds. So right after the bell rang, I put the order in. So probably right about here, as soon as it broke above this pivot point, that's about where I put. Let's see the 1-minute chart here. So yeah, it had probably just broke above this. It was halfway through this candle, so probably right about here I put the order in. It didn't get filled. I canceled it. I wasn't chasing. In hindsight, I wish I would have chased it now. But either way, I think I canceled it right about here. It was about $1.20, I think, when I canceled it. So at that point, it was already up 50%. I canceled that order, and look what happened. Let's see how high it ended up going, just for the pain and punishment of it. We'll see where it went to. I actually took it off of the screen. I was so I don't want to say frustrated, because I wasn't frustrated. It just wish I would have got filled, because that would have been a really nice trade. I was trading tomorrow's expiration on the 175 calls. So, oops. You know what? I'll pull it up on this screen so you can see where they were. NVIDIA trade tomorrow's 175 calls. Copy. You see they hit 520 at the end of the day. My bid was in for 87 cents. Even if I would have chased it to $1.20, it was up to 450 here. This first sell-off was at 347. So that's still a couple 100% right there, just in 15 minutes. I normally don't. I used to trade SPY right at the open like this. But I didn't get as big a percentage as a SPY. I'd maybe get 15%. But like I said, with the daily chart on NVIDIA, and then seeing it holding the highs here, and right at the open, we had a 921 EMA cross right here on this candle. Naturally, you can't enter before the market opens on options. So as soon as I saw green here and saw it pop above this pivot point, it was approaching this upper level of resistance from a previous high. That's when I wanted to jump in. And heck, if I would have just held till the end of that candle, just to close that candle was $2. So that alone would have been over 100% runner just on that candle alone. I didn't get filled, obviously. Had I got filled, I probably would have been done for trading for the day, and I wouldn't have taken those other trades. Would have ended up being another nice day. Couple, probably at least 100% runner. I wouldn't have held to here, so I wouldn't have got 400% or 500%, whatever it worked out to. But I'm sure I would have held for 100%. Just to close this candle in 3 minutes would have been over 100%. But I didn't ended up getting filled on this trade. I canceled the trade at 9:30:24. So I actually had it entered before that. So I put the order in right at the open. It was probably right about here when I can't see what time I actually put the order in, but it shows me what time it canceled. It canceled at 9:30:24. So I canceled it about here. Yeah, I wish I wouldn't have, but I don't like doing market orders, but that's probably the only way I would have got filled on that one. I guess market order on something as liquid as NVIDIA, you'd probably be okay, but I don't like entering on market orders. Anyway, I wanted to show you this. That's what the purpose of this video today. Not because of winners. I showed you I had 2 losers. I lost $109 today, 73 on Netflix and 36 on Apple. Not big losses. I'm still green on the week, but this is what I liked here. This is the one I was trying to get in, and yeah, even if I would have did my typical close, exit at a close of break of the cloud, I would have exited 11:39, which would have been I would have exited between these. So between 4:15 and 4:30, $4.15 and $4.30 on. Even if I would have paid $1.20 to get in, that's still 300%. If I would have did my cross below close, would be 11:54. I would have been looking at $3.64 for an exit. This is where I probably would have sold out before this, but if I didn't sell before this would have been where I would have set my automatic exit, and I would have exited at 11:39, which would have been, like I said, between these two candles, because there's 11:33 and 11:42. It would have did a market sell, so it would have sold somewhere in between this. My worst it would have been about $4.10. So yeah, 410. Even if I entered at $1.20, and I could have got in cheaper than that because it was at $1, I think, on the ask. I could have did a market and probably got filled at $1, but let's say it was $1.20. I still would have been looking at a 241% profit. But anyway, it is what it is. You can't win them all. But I wanted to put that out there. Like I said, this is why I tried to get in this. It was risky, sure, but it was only 2 contracts, so I was not even risking. My entry was only going to be $175, something like that, 87 cents. So looking at $174 for my entry. Sure, they move fast. I think at the most I would have maybe lost $80, $100 at the most. But look at the reward. Just right here would have been $200 and some profit at the close of this candle. So yeah, that's what I was looking at. It held the highs here. When you hold pre-market highs, a lot of times you'll get a pop right at the open. Um, and because there was a cross, an EMA cross to the downside, there was profit taking here. And right before the open, it crossed back to the upside. We had a bullish engulfing candle. Doesn't look like it's that big of an engulfing candle, but if you, it's not letting me zoom in here now. Okay, I didn't want to zoom in that much. But if you take this big, huge candle out of the picture, because that distorts the whole thing, it's pretty good sized bullish engulfing candle. It's more than double the size of this candle. Granted, it's pre-market, but it's still a pretty good sized bullish engulfing candle. We popped back above the EMA crosses. That's why I was looking to enter it, and that would have been the results if I could have got filled. Didn't get filled, so it was all for naught. But I just wanted to show you guys that, and like I said, I'm not looking for, my top secret stuff. I don't have my own patterns or my own thing that I look for that I'm not willing to share. I'm just trying to pay it forward. If I have a strategy that works for me, I'll share it with you. I don't, I'm not one of these guys that say, hey, you have to pay me so many dollars a month to get my secrets. This is stuff I've picked up along the way and stuff I've learned along the way. And if I can pay it forward, yeah, I've spent a lot of money for training and whatnot, but a lot of losses along the way too. So if I can help somebody, that's all I'm looking for. So, keep an eye out for these. Back test them. Go back and back test some stuff. When you have a gap up and it holds the highs, pre-market highs, see what it does to the open. You'll see a lot of times it pops, and a lot of times it'll pop and turn around and sell right back off. And that's okay if you get out up here. Who cares if it pops to here and then it sells off and fades the rest of the day? As long as you got out up here, who cares? You got your profit, you got out, and good. Anyway, that's it for this video. Don't know if I'll trade tomorrow or not. We'll see how pre-market looks, how things look. I don't like trading on Fridays because I trade same-day expirations, and if they go against you, it's not good. So I don't know if I'll trade tomorrow or not, but don't know if I'll do a video either tomorrow. If not, I'll see you guys next week. But thanks for watching, and safe trading. Bye.